Did you know the suburb of Hawthorn is named after the hawthorn bushes found in the local area? It was said to have originated from a conversation involving Charles Latrobe. Hawthorn is one of Melbourne's premium suburbs. I would definitely say it's a top 10 suburb out of all the suburbs in Melbourne. It's an affluent area with great schools, a number of parks, tree-lined streets, old and restored real estate. It's something that's held on tightly and well looked after. Some of the local amenities features 2 railway stations, a beautiful shopping strip on Glen Waverley Road. There's 15 school zones that fall into the Hawthorn catchment area. It has a population of 22,322 at the last census. You'll find 3 types of real estate in the area. There's a small commercial zone. There's some pretty dense apartments, high-rise apartments located around the train stations, and scattered throughout the suburb, you'll find many old houses. A lot of suburbs that, as you go out towards the outer ring of Melbourne, suburbs experienced building booms in the early 2000s, and they generally lasted for 10 or 20 years and ongoing. So in the last kind of big boom that we had in the outer suburbs was around the 2000 mark, year 2000. A lot of the middle ring of Melbourne, so around your Glen Waverley, Mount Waverley kind of zones. Those areas, there was a building boom in the 1950s, 1960s, even 1970s. Hawthorn's building boom, or their land building boom, was in the 1880s. So this is one of Melbourne's most established areas, hence why it has such a great offer and is so popular amongst property buyers. Even though it is such a desired area amongst property buyers, their apartments are generally like all the apartments in Melbourne. They struggle to have generated any capital growth. There's been quite a few complexes that have probably had negative capital growth, and that's purely around maintenance fees, body corporate fees of the apartment complex. Now, if you're a property buyer, townhouse unit or house, you'll find that the suburb is extremely hard to buy in. In a good market, which it seems like Melbourne is constantly having good markets in great suburbs, in a good market you'll find that agents typically make it really hard to purchase. Market value of a property is rarely advertised. What you'll notice is that a lot of the auction prices quoted on properties are well below what something is actually worth. So a lot of buyers will have to go through the education process of attending auctions, sometimes losing by a large amount until they kind of realize how property is bought in the area. Another problem with the real estate in this area is it's very limited in numbers. It's a tightly held area, so the properties that I've purchased in Hawthorn, they've been owned since the 1970s, every single property that I purchased. You'll find that if you're buying in the outer suburbs of Melbourne, houses turn over owners every 7 years, the middle belt of suburbs every 20, 25 or so years, and the closer you get to Melbourne, the more tightly held property is. Now, it's not like that with every property in Hawthorn, but a large majority that I've dealt with have been held by the same family for over 40 years. Having an opportunity to find a house that suits your criteria, suits your buying needs and your budget, and missing out on something like this can be a pretty hard process, and buying in a suburb can also be a very lengthy process. So doing your research and understanding what something is really worth in the area can really help you shorten your time on market, or ultimately just use professional help. Buyers agents are skilled property buyers in suburbs like this, and they can give you the right advice to make sure you succeed in buying property in this kind of suburb, that the first option that you attend or the first private negotiation. So for more information on buying property in Hawthorn, check out our website on the resources page. We've got some great articles on how agents underquote, the benefit of underquoting to them. Also information on auctions, how to bid, how to handle private negotiations. So have a look at Wise Real Estate Advice on the resources tab.